Mr. Smith smacked comedian Chris Rock after the latter made a quip about Pinkett Smith's shaved head, a result of the hair loss condition alopecia. Shortly after, Smith picked up the first Oscar of his career for playing the father of tennis legends Venus and Serena Williams in King Richard. However, Will Smith later apologized to Chris Rock, saying his behavior was unacceptable and inexcusable. He said in a statement posted on Instagram, "I would like to publicly apologize to you, Chris. I was out of line and I was wrong. Violence in all of its forms is poisonous and destructive. My behavior at last night's Academy Awards was unacceptable and inexcusable. Jokes at my expense are a part of the job, but a joke about Jada's medical condition was too much for me to bear and I reacted emotionally." He also apologized to the Academy and the Williams family. He wrote, "I deeply regret that my behavior has stained what has been an otherwise gorgeous journey for all of us." Speaking about the incident on GB News, American broadcaster Meghan Kelly slammed Mr. Smith's speech, comparing the Hollywood star to Meghan Markle. She told Dan Wootton, "I put him in the same boat as I put Meghan Markle with her whining and crying about how hard it is to be a princess. You're probably one of the top 3 biggest stars in the world. Do I give 2 figs about whether somebody's saying something not nice about you or how it's hard to stand the barbs that come your way?" The Academy announced they were investigating the incident, with possible sanctions against Smith still possible. Despite Smith's words, Ms. Kelly believes the slapping incident was all about himself. She said, "I thought it was more about him making the moment about himself. What would a real man genuinely angry about that moment do?" In other news, chef Erin McGrady, who cooked for Princess Diana in her time, thinks that the late royal wouldn't have left the country like Prince Harry and Meghan Markle did in 2020. In an interview with Coffee Friend, McGrady expressed sadness at the Sussexes' departure. "I think the whole world was surprised, not just me," McGrady said. "It was definitely a shock. It was sad for me being a royalist, having worked for the family for 15 years, having seen the boys play together and how close they were. Princess Diana would have been sad that their boys don't have the same relationship now. This argument certainly stands up to scrutiny." The late Princess biographer Andrew Morton previously echoed this sentiment, saying that she saw Harry as the wingman for William in what ultimately would be a very solitary, somber job as future king. McGrady continued, "Would she have been thrilled that Harry was moving away from royal service? She understood that the Queen came first. I don't believe she ever did anything to really offend the Queen. She would have never had moved away, that is purely because of her boys. She would never have moved to another country and left her young boys in the UK. She'd grown up with her parents separated. There's no way she would have abandoned her children. Would she have had a place in Malibu? I think so, she'd have had a beach house. Yeah, absolutely. But elsewhere, Morton contradicted this view. He recently told Us Weekly that Diana would be doing cartwheels about her son being able to build his own life away from the royal family. Similarly, Princess Diana's former voice coach, Stuart Pearce, previously said that the Princess of Wales would have written a memoir just like Prince Harry if she were still alive. Still, it's worth noting that all this remains speculation, since Princess Diana isn't here to speak for herself.